The last piece of news that I had read about in an interview that you made, you talked about investing more this coming year, about $8.3 billion in Latin America, half of that in Mexico. Where exactly do you want to put your money in now? Where do you want to invest?
Well, the investment in Latin America is mainly telecommunications. From the 3.6 billion that we are investing in Mexico, 40% is telecommunications, but the biggest investment is in infrastructure. Yes, infrastructure. We are doing toll roads, and we are building also a very important treatment plant for water treatment to clean the water to a tertiary advanced treatment for irrigation. Is the water that is going out from Mexico City.
Okay. Why invest in that? What is the motivation behind that?
Well, maybe you know, we are in the business of telecommunications. Telecommunications is a business very intensive in investment in capital. A lot of capital is done worldwide in telecommunications, but also the new generation, the 4G is coming, and the broadband is moving, because we are trying to be in advance of all the technology. And it's a lot of capex, I was telling you, for investment, and the technology changed also fast, and you need to be constantly investing. And the investments in Mexico, we are doing in the infrastructure company we are getting in many projects, and now we have many projects together where the investment this year will be around $1,200 million.
Mm-hmm. Okay. In terms of other places that you would like to invest, give me an idea of locations or places that you believe are the new growth areas in this world.
Well, we believe in all Latin America. That's why we are investing. We are investing in Mexico, but we are investing also in Brazil, in Colombia, Argentina, Nicaragua, Central America in general, and we are doing the investments in all Latin America.
What would you say is the best market right now?
Well, like you know, in telecommunications we are.
But not just in telecommunications,
yes.
But just overall for your whole entire group. What would be the best market?
Well, I think that in general, Latin America has a good position because the financial institutions are healthy. The economic variables, macroeconomic variables of the country are sound, are healthy also, and many of the countries has primary products that are having good prices, and the economies are moving. Also, I will say that investments in Colombia, Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, Peru are very important. Nicaragua also, and Central America.
Mr. Slim, would you consider yourself a commodities bull? Would you consider yourself a commodities bull? Are you bullish on commodities?
Well, I will like that commodities don't move with so much volatility, and that the excesses in commodities don't be present. But I think prices of primary products in the next years will have a bigger demand by a population that is getting out of poverty and is getting out of autoconsumption and is getting involved in the market. And I think that in the middle and long term, more people will be in living better and asking for many of these primary products.
And that would mean expanding your own business and investments in commodities then?
Well, our main investment, is telecommunications. We are investing in commodities and in infrastructure. In commodities, we are investing in mining. We have a mine mining company that we bought 26 years ago in '85,
right.
And we are investing a lot in this business because the circumstances, the conditions, and the prices in the market.
You, I think, recently expressed some interest in investing in Colombia, in oil in Colombia. Can you tell me exactly how you plan on investing there?
How you?
In Colombia,
Yes.
oil in Colombia. How do you plan on investing there?
Well, we are involved in investments, and we are also in the oil area, building oil platforms, and also drilling for in our country, in Mexico, in Pemex. And we are looking alternatives in other countries that can be interesting for us to go beyond what we are doing today. That's the reason that we are looking other places.
But for instance, in Colombia, would you be interested in taking over old
Well,
oil
in Colombia, we know that there has been a lot of investment, and the government is actively looking the development of the oil industry in the country, and is promoting other investments in the Colombia, in the country, and we are looking what to do beyond the telecommunication business that we have 8 or 10 years doing in Colombia.
Right. Okay, so you're going to possibly maybe do something in the next 12 months there?
I don't know, but yes, possibly we are going to do other more things there.
Now, you mentioned your mining operation. I know that you recently spun off your mining company, and it has done very well. In fact, I think it's gone up about 80% since it was listed. Are you planning on doing any more spin-offs of your, out of your umbrella companies?
Well, it depends of the circumstances and the potential that can be, and how is better to manage one business or one sector inside the holding or independent. In this case of the mining, it was clear for us that it was better to have it independent and to have a important group focus on that, a stronger border, the public open to review everyone and to making a matter of investment in that way. And the success of the business and the spin-off will come more than the prices that it can have or not in the short term, by the operations that the business can develop and how much it can grow and make his operation development in the next years.
But some have said perhaps your retail operations, which have been pretty successful both in Latin America but even up north here in the U.S., maybe spinning off those operations?
Well, I don't know. The board should discuss that, and I understand that until now is not in discussion.
Okay, not in discussion.
I think yes.
Mr. Slim, you're here in New York. A lot of it has been made about some of the property that you have bought here in Manhattan. You talked about the office building that you bought, as well as the townhouse that you bought as well on Fifth Avenue with a group of investors. Are you sniffing around quite a bit for property opportunities here in the U.S.?
Well, yes, we spin off including another company from real estate, and we are open to invest in real estate in Mexico. Well, not open. We are investing in real estate in Mexico, and we look U.S. also and other places like a possibility to make investments in real estate.
Like what kind of investment?
Well, what you say is it's not a townhouse. It's a building of 8 floors.
Right.
That means that to have a townhouse of 8 floors is
perhaps a townhouse is too small of a word.
Too tall. You need to make the exercise too much. No, it's looking to one of the ideas to make apartments in each floor.
Right, but that particular building. But what I'm asking you is, what other real estate opportunities are you looking for outside of New York?
We're open to see possible investments in real estate in U.S. We are doing that in Mexico.
But where in the U.S.?
We are open to depending what.
California, Florida.
What
I think you said before.
The propositions or the alternatives can be done.
Okay, but I think you said before California, Florida.
Florida, New York. We are open.
Okay, are you looking for commercial or residential opportunities?
We are open for anything.
Are you in active discussions?
Are you?
Are you in active discussions?
No, not now.
Not now. Okay.
But constantly we are looking at investments.
So can we take from at least your consideration in property in the U.S. to mean that you see some sort of bottom going on in the property market in the United States?
Well, I think in all the markets you always find something that is interesting because it's not that it's very low price or it's in the bottom. It's more the potential where it can go, what is important. And now that the markets are in real estate are low, but mainly with so interest rates so low, I think you can have many interesting alternatives.
So really, it's about the low interest rate environment then here.
The low interest rate, the negative interest rate, and the long-term interest rate and availability of financing make investments more interesting.
Mr. Slim, just quickly on the retail side of things, there were reports earlier that Sanborn, your retail chain in Mexico, is looking to expand in the United States. Can you tell me a bit about the plans to open up a store here?
Well, Sanborn's, like maybe you know, has had a big expansion in Mexico. When we bought a few years ago, there were 30 stores and restaurants, and now it's like 170. It's multiplied nearby 6, and it has gone to other countries. There is in Salvador and in Panama, and we are thinking, or the company is thinking to come maybe to U.S.
To New York?
Yes.
Within the next 12 months?
Excuse me?
Within the next 12 months?
No. It's a project, it's a thinking.
Okay.
And first should be taking the decision, and then the project, and then the place, and the place and the project, and then the execution.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
it will take a while.
It will take some time. For retail, a lot of people have talked about you being the largest shareholder in Saks Fifth Avenue. Are you happy with your investment in Saks? Are you looking to increase it at all?
No, we are happy with the investment there.
Okay. Are you looking to increase it? Increase your shares there?
It's not. We are open to everything depending on the circumstances.
Well, some people have said that Saks could become a takeover target. Is that something that you would be open to as well?
I don't know. I have not heard that, but I think the management is doing a good job. The company is doing well, and we are happy with what is happening now.
Have you thought about actually buying Saks Fifth Avenue at any point?
No, never.
Never?
If we were thinking that, we should do that a few years ago.
Right, when the share price was a bit lower, right? And very lastly, Mr. Slim, everyone always talks about your investment in the New York Times. It was a great business decision, as you've always said, double-digit returns for a loan and warrants to the New York Times. What do you hope eventually to do with that investment in the New York Times?
Well, the bonds, in some day, they have a day to be paid, and the warrants and the investment we have in stocks, we think is a great brand, a great company, and we wait that the movement, not only in the New York Times, but in general, from paper to electronic means. I don't think that from one day to another, or that it will be completely, it will be, they will lead to both at the same time. Mm-hmm. And I don't have information, I have not looked for that, but I know that the work they do in the electronic is very well, very good, mm-hmm. very deep. They have a lot of customers looking the electronic service they give, and we are very happy with what is happening.